Welcome back. We're starting this segment in Morocco, where the central bank has approved the use of 5 types of Islamic banking transactions, given a final regulatory nod for the country to launch an Islamic finance industry. Islamic banks and insurers are setting up in Morocco after new legislation allowed them into the market. And the central bank has set up a central Sharia board, a body of Islamic scholars to oversee the sector. The North African country long rejected Islamic banking because of concerns about Islamist movements, but its financial markets lack liquidity, and foreign investors and Islamic finance could attract both of those. In circulars published in the official bulletin over the weekend, Morocco's central bank says any Islamic transaction will be subject to preliminary approval by the Sharia board, called the Sharia Committee for Participative Finance. It also sets regulations for conventional banks to open windows selling Islamic products. And Germany has offered Egypt $500 million to support its economic program and medium-sized and small businesses. It was agreed with the German side that they would provide $250 million to support the economic program, as well as $250 million to support several other sectors, including micro-enterprises and small and medium-sized enterprises. Now, the support will come in the form of grants and concessional funds. The German offer came during a visit to Egypt by German Chancellor Angela Merkel. And here in Nigeria, a new United Nations report released over the weekend says an estimated $9 billion was the economic damage inflicted on Nigeria by the deadly insurgent group Boko Haram. The economic damage of the insurgency had previously been estimated at 0.5% of the country's gross domestic product in 2015 under the former administration. Now, some agencies of the United Nations have also published reports of a serious food insecurity in Nigeria's northeast, where Boko Haram had waged deadly war against the Nigerian state for some 7 years, killing thousands and making farming nearly impossible. The insurgency has also affected the regular flow of finished products from Nigeria's south and other areas into the northeast. And Colab is the first tech hub in the northern part of Nigeria, and it's designed to be a multifunctional space where developers and startups can work and grow. Located in Kaduna, Colab's founder wants to explore the opportunities for tech in a state strategically placed as a hub for trade and transport, and also traditionally known for processing, farming and cattle.
Colab Nigeria is a hub for tech enthusiasts and entrepreneurs to share a space where they can access the things that a developer needs: internet connection, electricity, and a variety of minds all thinking of solutions to everyday social and technological problems. Ifeanyi Mora is a regular at Colab. He is working on an app that will help schools gather and manage their records.
It provides the space, it provides, things I need to use like power and all that. And I said above all, you have people who have this, sort of the same skill set that you have, that you can always mine from and share. So it has been so helpful.
There are many spaces like these around the world, and a growing number in Africa, where nearly 90% technology hubs and research bases, often funded by international firms such as Microsoft, Google and Intel, incubate early-stage firms in cities like Lagos, Johannesburg, Nairobi and Addis Ababa. Colab founder Sanusi Ismaila wants this space launched just last year to open up the state's economy and draw investment for tech entrepreneurs and startups.
We feel like where we are based now, which is Kaduna, has everything that a tech ecosystem needs to flourish, just needs a push. And we're that push, hoping to build a whole technology ecosystem here that can serve other parts of the world, build technology solutions to some of the problems that are acute here.
Colab offers training sessions on business and access to mentors and workshops to help local entrepreneurs develop their skills. Youth unemployment is a massive problem in Nigeria. Official figures show up to 1 in 2 young people are out of work. Sanusi says The shared space and incubation concept is taking time to catch on in Kaduna.
One of the biggest challenges, changing people's mindsets really, and also getting people used to co-working. We have also a cultural problem here because everyone is sort of like siloed and, is used to working on his own and doing everything for himself.
Similar spaces in the capital, Abuja, and the second city, Lagos, have helped many young people launch into tech business.
And in Libya, crude output dropped after clashes forced two of the country's biggest oil ports to shut down, threatening the OPEC members' efforts to revive the production of its most important commodity. Now, the North African country's production fell to 650,000 barrels a day from about 700,000 barrels a few days ago. In Ethiopia, no meal is complete without injera, a gluten-free flat bread made from a mixture of tep, cereal flour and water. Entrepreneur Halil Tesema has now introduced this local staple to the rest of the world through his company Mama Fresh, which exports about 6,000 pieces of injera per day to various countries, including the United States, Norway, Nigeria and Sweden.
When the Tesema family started their business making injera, a staple in Ethiopia, their target market was residents who lived near the factory. But 15 years later, the bakery has a growing market of clients abroad. Mama Fresh specializes in packaging various Ethiopian dishes, including chicken sauce and spices. Injera remains one of its fastest moving products. Injera is a spongy fermented bread made from teff, a cereal that looks like wheat and has a sour taste. It is baked on a clay plate and is largely consumed in Ethiopia and Eritrea.
When we begin this business, where we are starting export, we are using only for the diaspora, where our target is for diaspora. Nowadays, from 2014 until now, we are looking for the international business. So at the beginning, 5%, 95% for diaspora. Nowadays, we are reaching 20% for the international market, 80% for diaspora.
Injera has a rich cultural heritage and is often served with vegetables or meat dishes topped with goat cheese.
And that's it on the program. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimize Ubi Wagu.